Hey guys, Casey here. Welcome back to Lion's Den Investments and Reviews. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the what caused the crypto market crash as of yesterday, and we're going to go over some technical analysis on THETA and Tfuel. And I want to talk to you guys about the Elliott 5-wave impulse and the ABC correction. Okay, because when you're looking at these technical charts, when you can follow the cycles and the impulses, gives you a much clearer picture as to like what's going on right now, how far we might drop, things of that nature. We'll also cover some of the FUD. So if you follow my channel, you guys know what I think about FUD, which is the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which causes these markets to correct and dump like they do. So getting started here on Bitcoin, what we're looking at here is the daily technical chart here, and you can see, back since like January 8th, we were in a strong upward channel, and I went ahead and drew out the 5-wave impulse on the Elliott wave. So if you're not familiar with what that is, again, it's just the impulse waves that take place on stocks, right? Or on any asset for that matter. So you can use this basically on any asset in cryptos or in stocks. But if we go over here to images real quick, you can see you get a impulse wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you'll get a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and then you get a ABC correction, A, B, C down. All right, so that's what we're doing here. So you can see we had the 1 wave up, 2 wave down, 3 wave up, 4 wave down, 5. All right, and then we took that big dump back here on April 14th. So we come down on the A correction, and then the B wave correction up, and now we're doing the C wave correction before we go back into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. All right, so I would say, the support on Bitcoin was right around like 45,000, and as you can see, if I zoom out or if I zoom in, you can see the price came down right there to about 45,000, and we whipped off of that and bounced back up. So can we fall lower again? Yes. We could get maybe a couple more days of downward movement, but I don't think the volume's going to be very high on that. I could be wrong. We could fall lower, but you've got the moving average down here on the 200-day moving average, and as long as we stay above that, we're still in a bull trend, guys. So I don't see that this bull market is over yet. That's Bitcoin. The reason why I look at Bitcoin again is because it's got the overall dominance in the crypto market, and a lot of your other tokens are going to be significantly impacted by the price movement on Bitcoin. With that said, though, let's go over here to THETA, because THETA, we'll go ahead and do the same thing that I had drawn out there. So if we go with the, where was it here? Here we go. If we go with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you got back here, you go 1, we went down to 2, you come up to 3, like right here. This is on THETA. THETA is actually a little harder to draw out. Actually, you could go either 3 right there, or you could come down here, and that would be 3, and this would be 4, and then this would be the top of 5, or you can bring it out even on up over here. Okay, so you could do it either way, really. Let's see. So if you brought it up here, that would be 3. And this could be 4 right here coming down, and then you jump back up here to all-time highs on wave 5. That's probably a little bit better way to look at it, because theta is a little harder to do this with on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you look at the correction wave on ABC, so we're in a triangle now. You come down here, there's A. All right, you come back up to B, and then here would be correction C. All right, so that would be theta right now, and then we go into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back up, And as you can see, I went ahead and drew that out over here. You can bring that in right there, and you've got something that would look like this on this next run up. Okay, now I don't know how high the prices are going to go, but I know that this would be, according to the weekly, if you go to the weekly, you can basically take on the weekly and draw out this same chart again on the Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you go up here. This would be wave 1, basically, which encapsulates, it's going to encapsulate all of that movement that we just drew out right there. Okay, so that would be wave 1, and then we would get, coming down here was wave 2. So if we just draw it out again on the weekly, this is wave 1, and I'm going a little higher than what it is on the actual chart, just so that you can see what I'm doing. But this is wave 2 coming down. Now we're getting ready to start wave 3 on the weekly. Okay, and the thing is, this next leg up, all right, on the weekly is going to be much stronger than the original, first move up. So that's kind of where I'm going with, if we go back to the daily. If you go back to the daily, that's why I brought this move going so strong upwards, because I was kind of basing that on the weekly chart. And if you look at that, I've got us kind of right there around like $47, $45, and I don't know the time frame on that, but just mapping something out like this on the 5-wave Elliott, I would say it's probably like middle of June, maybe late June. Probably, you could probably even push that out to early July. Okay, don't quote me on those dates, because nobody knows for certain what it's going to do. But when we start this next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, okay, I can tell you it's going to go much higher than what we did back here on the first run. All right, THETA, same thing. You've got your 1, 2, 3 right here, 4, 5, and then we came down with an ABC correction. And if you noticed on THETA, guys, what do we got formed here? We've got what they call a double bottom. Okay, so if I just brought this in a little bit, right down to here, you see the double bottom, it's a W. So we've got somewhat of a double bottom forming right there. If we go back to theta, you've got something real similar going right now, right here. We've actually already formed a double bottom on theta, and that is a reversal pattern for strong upward price movement, going upwards. So we had this consolidation period, which would have been your downtrend pattern for like the last 2 months. Now it's going to reverse on a double bottom, or it should, when you get these double bottoms forming. We still gotta form this leg up though, which would be your first impulse wave on impulse wave number 1. Okay, so that's the Elliott wave impulse. If we go back to THETA again, THETA, I've got the same thing, and if we go up, and again, I was basing this on that weekly impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just getting ready to start impulse wave number 3 on the weekly, and it should be at least double or close to double what we did back here on the first move up on THETA. So that would give you a price somewhere around like $1.30. Okay, then we come down, and then we head back up even higher on impulse wave number 5. Again, you'll just have to see where this plays out, but if we can make it up to like $1.70, that would be even better. I don't know how far it's going to go. You just got to wait and see. But these are all based on impulse waves of people's emotions and what they do when they FOMO in when the price really starts moving like this. So that's basically the technical analysis right now for both theta and THETA. THETA, guys, lags a little bit behind theta. So during the last bull run, or the last leg up, when we went from like all-time low prices down here around like 5 cents on T-Fuel, and we hit the all-time highs, say around 60 cents. That whole move up, that didn't start until after Theta had made its move, and T-Fuel lagged behind it by, I'd say, probably at least by a week or a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks before it really started moving. So I would expect the same thing here too, that you're going to see T-Fuel kind of lag behind Theta as Theta takes off. And the other thing I'm watching, guys, is the ratio, okay, on Theta. Right now, Theta's got a ratio of, I believe, about 32 or 33 to 1. We just looked at it yesterday, and it was like 32.65 to 1. So it'd take 32.65 T-Fuel to equal the price of 1 Theta. Now that ratio, the golden ratio, would be 6.25 to 1. And that would be where T-Fuel, that'd be the sweet spot for T-Fuel as it closes that gap with Theta. Now back here when we took off on T-Fuel, when it was back at 5 cents, we were like at 75 to 1. And we closed that gap all the way down to, at the all-time highs here, we were at like 28 to 1, somewhere right around there. So you can see it close that gap from 75 to 28. If we can replicate what we did back here on the ratio of T-Fuel closing in on Theta, you would get a ratio on T-Fuel to Theta of around like anywhere between 15 to 1 or 10 to 1. And that would put your price pretty much well over $2 on Theta, or I'm sorry, on T-Fuel. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on T-Fuel. Again, I don't know what it's going to do as far as closing the gap in that ratio, but if it does anything similar to what it did the last move as far as closing the ratio gap, guys, you're looking at, if you're holding T-Fuel right now, you can get in right now at 31 cents and make yourselves a lot of money on this next move up, okay? So that's technical analysis right now on both of those coins. Let's go over here real quick because, I was talking about FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And, it's already made it into the headlines, of course, last night. And that was Elon Musk saying Tesla will stop accepting crypto as payment. That doesn't surprise me, and it shouldn't surprise you either if you follow my channel, because I talk about Bitcoin as a store of value versus being monetary. And when I say monetary, I'm talking about it being a remittance of payment. The transactions on Bitcoin are way too slow for it to be used as a means of exchange. If Elon's smart, he'll probably look at remittance payments, like say with XRP or XLM or something like that, because the transaction times on those are super fast. Not only that, but it's not a public blockchain. Okay, XRP is a private blockchain, and with XRP being a private blockchain, and I believe XLM probably is too, because it's kind of like a sister blockchain to XRP. It does really similar things. So I'd have to go back and look at XLM, but I believe that's probably a private blockchain. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, and leave a comment in the comments below. But guys, the private blockchains are better suited for corporations, okay? Because now you're getting into permissions, and with public blockchains, they're permissionless, so they're open source. Anybody can join those blockchains. With a private blockchain, they're permission based, which means you need to be granted access in order to use those blockchains, and that's very appealing to corporations from a securities perspective. So Elon, if he's smart, I'm sure he is, he's probably well aware of this. He'd probably be much better off if he looked at something like XRP or XLM. And I believe he said, basically in his post here, he was talking about okay, Tesla will not be selling any Bitcoin, and we intend to use it for transactions as soon as mining transitions, as mining transitions to more sustainable energy, basically. So, I don't have a whole lot to say about that, because I'm just not going to even get into that topic about the energy consumption with Bitcoin. Again, he's spreading FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt on Bitcoin, and I'm sure there's good reason for it, because if you look at this guy right here, he is part of the establishment. Okay, but that's all I have for today, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this whole market crash and what you think about Elon Musk stopping Bitcoin as proof of payment for Teslas. Let me know what you think about that. And as usual, like I said, these markets go up and down. They're going to try to shake you, take what you have because they want it for themselves. And you got to be a lion. You got to have diamond hands, right? So with that in mind, fear nothing, my friends. Till next time.